Good morning, Mañana Nomás family. And this is Kurt, your host of Mañana Nomás. And gosh, this morning, it is August 7th, right? So August 7th, 2020. And let me jump here and turn off the sound. And man, it is been a heck of a week. um, Heads up, you probably will not see a message from me on this coming Monday, right? I try to get out here every day and get with you guys and give you an update. But this coming Monday, I will be on the road. I'm going to be just enjoying a little bit of an extended weekend and spending some quality time with my family. So I'm looking forward to that. And other than that, let's get this meeting going. A couple of things. Um, let's say it this way. When you go to a Mañana No Mas property, Von Concepts, Mañana No Mas, ServiceWriterBook.com, things like that. If you go in there and you attempt to do something in the site and something's broken, like a plugin's not working or a form's not working or something like that, man, I sure would love for you to point that out to me. It's not my intention to have things on the web be broken, right? Especially when I'm a web guy. So it's today was unique. I got a message from someone on LinkedIn and they said, oh, hey, you sent me to this link, but this link doesn't work. And so then I was like, oh, okay. So I went and sure enough, man, the form is broken. So I was able to get him the content and the information he was looking for without him having to fill in the form, right? And it's important to me. I mean, my main goal is to add value to others and share the content, not necessarily get people to fill out forms. The forms help me, obviously, to know who's coming in, who's consuming, where's the content going. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure that people get what they need. So I just want to throw that out there. If you're on any of my properties and something's not working, please, just give me the heads up that something's amiss. Sometimes it could be simple as like maybe WordPress did an update and the plugin isn't updated with the WordPress update, or something didn't, fell out of sync. But if that's the case, I need to jump in and kind of engineer a workaround real quick just to make sure that I can keep everything operational. So there's that. I've got a surprise coming for you guys in my power sports groups. I've got a surprise coming up next week. I think it's a pretty big change, but I got a thing coming up next week I'm working on right now. And so when I get back from my little extended weekend, I'm going to dive in, finish that up, and hopefully by the end of next week, I'll be ready to unveil the surprise. It might be for the newsletter the week after. I usually try to do newsletters on Tuesdays, so it might be the Tuesday after that I make an announcement, make it official. But so there's that. Been doing a lot of reading. My latest, this is a gift from Chris Badgett. Chris Badgett from Lifter LMS sent me a book, Exactly What to Say. And it's a book by Phil Jones. It says the magic words for influence and impact, exactly what to say. And it's pretty interesting. In Kurt style, I'm going through it like I do, all of my business books. I decided, I used to get really weird about making marks in books. I used to always try and keep everything like new, and I still keep it nice. But inside, I've decided to highlight things, that kind of speak to me directly, right? So that if I want to review this book at a later date, I can jump in and go, oh, well, where are the blue lines? Where the blue lines are is where things are. So, it says the real world tells us that people will work far harder to avoid a potential loss than they will to achieve a potential gain. And it's talking about when you go to sell something, right? So when you go to sell something, you want to address the pain point and what they might lose rather than the gain. So like I can teach people how to increase their service business by 15%. That's easy. I can do that one almost eyes wide shut, right? But people don't really want to hear about the gain, oddly enough, right? Like you would think people bent on success would be like, how can I get more? How can I get more? How can I get more? What they really want to hear is, hey, are your service customers calling you? Like when I talk to a dealer owner, it's like, hey, are service customers calling you to complain? I can make that stop, right? And they're like, man, if you could fix that pain point, that would be great. Well, in the process of getting the customers to stop calling the dealer directly to complain about the service department, I make the service department more profitable, more efficient, more productive, and all those other things. So I get the gain, right? But I get the sale, or I get the attention of the dealer by addressing his pain point rather than his potential growth point, right? And of course, all of it comes together to make the package, but it's what's the hook? How do I work my way into the hearts of these people when I need them to purchase my services from me? So I've been working a lot on that messaging and how that's working, and I seem to be making a little bit more headway. So that's good. What else is going on? Oh, if you are into presenting or public speaking or anything like that, Andrew Eggleton, who is one of our, oh my goodness, Andrew Eggleton was one of my latest podcast guests. He has a page on the heart of presenting, right, on Facebook, the heart of presenting, and I really like Andrew. Um, it's weird. There's things that are different about us, but there's so many things that are the same. And when we got together and did the podcast, we just had a good time. It was just a good conversation, right? It's one of those where it wasn't forced. It wasn't, you're up here, I'm down here. There wasn't that. It was just a really good conversation, and we're different enough people that it wasn't monotony. It was interesting. And so he had a contest. Now, it's not a contest. It's just a fun thing to do. He asked people in the heart of presenting to make mockumentaries, kind of like keep in mind who you are and what you do, and then kind of like tongue in cheek, make fun of yourself for it and make like a mockumentary, right? Like, think of the show The Office, and do stuff like that. And so he's got people in there making these videos. I did one. I thought it was funny. He's done a couple of them. He's got a lot of members that have jumped on, and one lady I thought was just exceptionally hilarious. But it's been fun, and it's a good COVID distraction, right? It's to remind us we're human. It's okay to laugh at ourselves. Everyone's dealing with a little bit of a struggle right now, and it's fun to just cut loose and do something creative and funny. So if you have the chance, I would jump into that. And with this message today, I kind of want to inspire people to, and I'll tell you why. So I've joined a few, my goodness, I've joined a few groups, and there's a lot of value to be found in some of these groups and some of the connections. Greg Kettner has the Humor Lab on Facebook. Humor Lab. It's got something like 7,000 people in it already, and it is a fairly new group. He made it this year, and it's just people being funny. Not political. No racism, no crazy talk, no negativity. It's just funny. And so that's a good one. And he's a comedian, and he does has like guest star comedians come on like on Saturday nights and do a half hour of stand up or something like that on Zoom. And so there's some fun there. Zoom Night Out is my group. That's where I encourage people just to grab an adult beverage, get together and hang out. And we do that once every couple of weeks or so. We do a Zoom Night Out, and I do that for fun. I already mentioned Andrew Eggleton's, right, with the Heart of Presenting. If you're into speaking, or you're a trainer, you're an author, and you want to focus on the speaker part of it, right? Jake Ballantyne has a group called the Speakers, Authors, and Coaches Network. Speakers, Authors, Coaches Network, and great group, wonderful people, fantabulous, right? Now, if you're a speaker, trainer, or coach, and you want to be what I call a hybrid speaker, trainer, or coach, meaning that you want to work on your speaking and your training, but you want to do some work online. If that's the case, if you want to work online, I'm calling that the Hybrid Speaker Trainer Coach Network. You can look up that group, and that group is basically what I just described. It's like how to take your speaker, trainer, and coach message, and well, don't just walk by, son. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
And you take that message and you build kind of the core of the theory into an online presentation, and then you save your really good gold nuggets for the instructor led portion or for the presentation, right? as COVID begins to break up and we're able to start doing live events again, it would be really cool if you could train people virtually, up to a higher level, so that when you do get to do your in-person training, boom, you can take it up a notch, right? And so that's what I like to do. So these hybrid messages to me are super, super effective in that way. And that's why I started the Hybrid Speaker Trainer Coach Network. And so I'm looking forward to knocking that out of the park with you guys. And then, gosh, what are some other groups? David Gambrell. David Gambrell does a super valuable group, and that is the Digital Marketing Mentorship. Digital Marketing Mentorship with David Gambrell. Fantastic. If you're into, funnels, click funnels, figuring out how to make money online, how to grow an audience, grow a mail list. Growing a mail list is one of his priorities. And he does things with like Tony Robbins and Russell Brunson and Stu something. I forgot Stu's last name already, but he's involved in a lot of that stuff. And, I am not someone that ends up in Tony Robbins' inner circle, right? But Dave kind of he's that intermediary for me, right? So I'm just talking from my personal perspective. I like to tune into what Dave's doing, and he's got a lot of insight into what that next level is up to. So I like to communicate there. And so the message that I'm giving you guys by sharing all these groups is these are the folks that I'm gaining value from, and I'm able to share with you. And I'm encouraging you to also, spread your wings and get out there a little bit and get into some of these groups, network with some folks, become friends with some folks, and move along. Man, there's so much to do right now. Wow. It's a nice day out. So I left the door open and I'm just seeing all kinds of activity out there. In any case, I'm going to enjoy today. I'm going to get some work done here before lunch, and then we're going to enjoy a long weekend as a family. You guys have a good one. I hope that you have a chance to take some time, get out, run, do a 5K, mountain bike, something, right? Anything to get the juices flowing. Have yourself a good one. Love y'all. Bye-bye.